Welcome back to Books on the Focus, the podcast where we delve into the literary landscape, one captivating page at a time. I'm your host, Bob, and with me as always is the insightful Alice.
And hello bookworms. Today, Bob, we're tackling a philosophical heavyweight that's been both lauded and, shall we say, misunderstood. Thus Spoke Zarathustra.
That's right, Alice. Published way back in 1883, can you believe it? This book by Friedrich Nietzsche is a real mind-bender. A classic, for sure, but a classic that's given some folks a serious case of existential angst.
Angst is an understatement. It's got a Goodreads rating of 4.07 out of 5, which is pretty good for a book that basically declares God is dead. A bit bold, even for today's standards. I mean, the whole God is dead thing, that's a big statement, right? Nietzsche wasn't exactly subtle.
Not subtle at all. And the whole Superman concept, completely misinterpreted by some folks throughout history. It's not about spandex and capes, Alice. It's about self-overcoming and reaching one's full potential. A bit more complex than your average comic book hero, to put it mildly.
Exactly. The synopsis describes it beautifully. Zarathustra, descending from the mountains, proclaims God's death and introduces the idea of the Übermensch, or Superman, a being who creates their own values and transcends conventional morality. It's a call for self-reliance and a rejection of nihilism. But you know, people like to cherry-pick and twist stuff for their own purposes.
Oh, absolutely. That's why it's so important to read the original work and understand the context. Nietzsche's writing is intensely poetic and brilliantly argued, even if it's a challenge. The 327 pages are packed with profound ideas about morality, power, and the human condition.
It's definitely not a beach read, Bob, but there are some truly memorable passages. Remember that bit about the three metamorphoses of the spirit, camel, lion, and child? It's a powerful metaphor for self-transformation.
And the concept of the will to power, the driving force behind all human action? It's a fascinating, albeit potentially controversial, idea. It's all about self-mastery and striving for greatness. But again, be mindful of how it's been misinterpreted.
Definitely. Thus Spoke Zarathustra is a book that demands multiple readings and careful consideration. It's a challenging yet ultimately rewarding journey into the heart of human existence. So, listeners, grab a copy, maybe a comfy chair, and prepare for a philosophical adventure. And don't forget to let us know your thoughts in the comments.
Thanks for joining us on Books on the Focus. Until next time, happy reading.